Hi, live reporting from FGCU. This is Seth, and we're here with EqualiTEA, and we're about to spill the tea, sis. My name is Seth. We're a part of EqualiTEA, and we're here to talk about social injustices that face the community and how we can better solve that as a team. And here's the tea, sis. Here we are with the king himself.
John Perez.
And John Perez, what service learning did you do? Who did you partner with?
I chose to partner with Community Cooperative.
Hi, and what is your name?
Gigi
Who did you do your service learning with?
with Heritage Me Food Bank.
And now we're here with the wonderful
Seth, no last name required, just because Seth, yeah.
Okay, absolutely. So Seth, no last name required. Who did we partner with?
Career and Development Services here at our local campus, FGCU. Go Eagles.
Love it.
And here we are with our last and final candidate of the evening. What is your name again?
Reese Mendenhall.
Oh, Miss Reese Mendenhall. What was your community service partner?
I partnered with the Lee County Democrats.
Period. I'm with the one, the only, Gigi Hadid.
Hi, I'm here to talk about no poverty. We would like to end poverty all around when it comes to housing, food, and other resources to end it all. That's it.
Bring it on home, John B.
All right, so the SDG I'm going to be tackling for my project is going to be zero hunger. So with hunger being such a predominant problem with the world, not only the world, but in your very community, Lee County, 1 in 6 people are considered to be food malnourished, so not having the nutrition that they need on a day-to-day basis. And we'll be tackling this SDG by helping out in soup kitchens to provide food for homeless.
On this next segment, we call Hot Topics. Today, we're talking about reducing inequalities, and we have our expert here, Reese. Reese, will you talk to us about reducing inequalities?
I would love to. So what it means to reduce inequalities is kind of just breaking down those misconceptions that people have towards each other, whether that may be their race, religion, ethnicity, sexuality, gender, etc. It's kind of just, like I said, not having those prejudices that we hold towards people for things that are out of their control. At the end of the day, we are told and called just to love one another no matter what. And it's just so important to me and to everybody in this group that we educate people on how to treat everybody with respect and equality that every person is deserving of.
Right, you already know what time it is. We got our boy John here. He's gonna give us the 411, the details. Okay, John, take it away.
All right, so while looking for a community partner, I wanted to make sure that my community partner was dedicated to nurturing and serving the homeless and those that are malnourished in nourishment. So choosing Community Cooperative, what really got me into it was their mission, which is to eliminate hunger and homelessness in Southwest Florida while simultaneously inspiring and supporting sustained positive changes in the clients by delivering innovative food, education, and social service programs. So the way that I'm going to be serving is through a soup kitchen to get the plates of food to the homeless right there, word of mouth, face to face.
Alright guys, this is John again. Alright, as I mentioned earlier, my SDG is zero hunger, and I decided to tie that SDG with working with Community Cooperative. This is such a great partner to have because they have a variety of things that reaches out to people that are, in poverty and people that don't have access to nourishment. So the goal is to provide nourishment for the people that are less fortunate, and they have different systems between, Sam's Community Cafe, Meals on Wheels, mobile food pantries, and social and education resource centers. And I decided to put my time and effort into the Sam's Community Cafe, which is a soup kitchen that provides meals for those that come to the main campus site. So the interactions that I was able to have through my service are replaceable. The smiles you see when handing out food to the less fortunate fills the soul in ways that nothing else can. Not only was I able to see the condition of some of these people in their lives and able to talk to them and ask them about things, but I was able to also talk to the volunteers and ask them why is it that they volunteer and give their time and do what they do. And for example, I managed to met this elderly woman that told me that unfortunately she had lost her husband and that she had lost her way in purpose. And she managed to find that purpose through serving at Community Cooperative and providing to those that are less fortunate. And she says that she hasn't been any happier since then. So I went from a member that knew the issue of the community within Lee County and became a volunteer that actively contributes to the solution of the community. And to take a step further, not only did I contribute, but I was an advocate to inform people of the issues and potentially leading them to serve and being a conscientious citizen. So my biggest takeaway from this project was the realization that problems will only be solved if you start them. It also doesn't matter the size of the said role or what the role is. If you're present, you'll make an impact just being yourself.
All right, Gigi, so tell me, what were the vibes like at Harry Chapman Food Bank?
So the Harry Chapman Food Bank was created by Mr. Harry Chapman basically to feed the families and the seniors and the children that are hunger all around. Basically what I did was helped set up bags and foods just to distribute, like give to the distribution center, just to feed the family that are in need, that do need food, and you know, all the resources that they need in order to survive.
Hi, welcome to the Harry Chapman Food Bank, where we pack and deliver food for the people of Southwest Florida.
So my service learning project was the Harry Chapman Food Bank. As I was saying, the SDG that I did for my project was Zero Hunger. This connected to the Harry Chapman Food Bank because their goal is to feed the whole Southwest Florida. Harry Chapman believed that this is how you can help fight to end hunger by giving money, give food, and more importantly, give time. I spoke to the woman who was in charge of the volunteering community, and you can tell she loved what she do. She explained how the whole community come together and help solve world hunger and feed those who are in need. Some roadblocks that we did encounter is making sure that we have enough to give out. You'd rather have more than not have enough to give out. Some techniques that was used was association, serving, and giving. One of my biggest takeaways that I was not able to help pass out the food to the families. But overall, I love working with a community partner. You never really know how many families go to sleep with no food. They just made me want to help my community more.
Get ready with me to educate some students. So, this is FGCU's Career and Advising Services, and I have been working with them for the past 2 months on my service learning project. And the services that they offer are free assessments, campus employment, career exploration, career fair preparation, cover letter writing, digital portfolios, drop-in advising, employer research, grad school planning, which I take full advantage of, employer research, informational interviewing, internship, and job search, which is really helpful for us seniors, job shadowing, LinkedIn development. Get yourself a LinkedIn. It is amazing. Choosing your major, mock interviews, networking opportunities, occupational research, personal statement, resume writing, and salary negotiations. They also offer fairs for each major that you can come and attend and meet all these employers and stuff. I have been sitting at this table for a while now, and I get to greet all the students and let them know like all the fun, interesting stuff that we have going on, and really educate them on their opportunities at FGCU within career development services and how they can be successful outside of school as well. Are you ready to spill the tea, sis, and tell us about your community service opportunity that you did?
I am. So like mentioned before, I worked with the Lee County Democratic Party, and so basically our goal is just to kind of get the word out there about kind of what the Democratic Party represents and what they stand for. And primarily with my own personal experiences, I wanted to focus on LGBTQ plus rights just based on my own discrimination that I have faced growing up as a member of the LGBTQ plus community. And I loved working with my partners because they were very open to hearing out ideas, and we created different strategies on how, like I said, to get people to vote, get people to open their minds on kind of civil injustices that are going on in the world and human rights issues that unfortunately we're still facing today. So basically, it was just a great opportunity to, like I said, give back to the community and help overall just promote an end to inequalities.
I'm Eileen McHenry, and I'm a volunteer with the Lee County Democratic Party.
So what does it mean to be a part of the Lee County Democratic Party?
Well, it's a wonderful way to connect with people that are like-minded and also be out in the community and hopefully help change things for the better, for the future, for all of the people in our state.
What is like some of the main things that they stand for?
Well, some of the things that I'm most passionate about are gun violence on children. Guns are the leading cause of death for children in America now, and that really disturbs me. And I want to see changes in the gun laws, and the Democratic Party is very much for common sense gun control. Other issues are women's issues, abortion rights, LGBTQ plus rights, and I'm trying to think of what the other issues are. Oh, environmental causes. So these are the typical platforms for the Democratic Party, and I support all of them.
Being able to serve for the Lee County Democratic Party was truly an amazing experience. Like mentioned before, we tackled SDG number 10, which is reducing inequalities. When I was able to interact with the people in the community, it was really an amazing opportunity to educate people on how they can vote and how they can potentially change the world. During my service learning, my mentor, Eileen, and I went to people's houses canvassing the local Democrats in the area. An accomplishment that I was really proud of and able to achieve during my service learning was being able to educate people on not only the importance of voting, but on the impact that it can make. Did you know that in this last election, only about 50% of Florida residents partook in the voting? And with that, when you do vote by mail, you're 86% more likely to vote. With these statistics, not only can you change your community, but we were educating people on how they could potentially change the country and change the world. Some roadblocks that I faced during my service learning was sometimes people honestly weren't too friendly to see me, which I understand, and also with that, sometimes people actually weren't there for me to interact with, so when that happened, we would just leave them some literature to read on how they can get set up for vote by mail. Two of the fundamental elements that I felt were very much utilized during my service learning were both service and learning. Not only was I able to go out and serve the community and educate them, but I also was able to learn so much myself in the importance of what it means to vote and also what the Democratic Party stands for and what they are trying to do and the changes that they are trying to implement into our country and into our society. In regards to the active citizen continuum, I really feel like this was a really great experience for me. Obviously, I began by attending the career services at FGCU, and that is where I first met Eileen. Then I was able to take my passions and my beliefs and really turn it into something beneficial for the whole community. By doing so, I was able to just take what I already knew and just gain and learn more information from Eileen and from my other colleagues while volunteering, and I was able to share that with the rest of my community here in Lee County. By doing so, I really feel like I was able to promote my SDG, which is reducing inequalities, which ultimately was my goal for this service learning project. I would say that my biggest takeaway from the project is just recognizing the importance of getting yourself out there and really making a difference in the world. Not only can your own personal vote make a huge impact in the world and in the country and in your community, but educating people almost doubles that, because the more people we can have to make a difference in the world, the more likely these things and these inequalities are going to become reduced.
And that's the tea.
That was a joke.
Let's do one more.